Hello, hello. Today we are making our little gingerbread man out of the Dollar Tree pumpkin and witch hat frame. As you can see, I started to take the tinsel off of this one, and when you completely have it off, it is just like this one. So I know some of you guys have been making the Santa witch hat. It's the same process with this one. It's just a little bit of difference to put the pom-poms on. I'm going to show you how to do that. But if you want more detailed description on cutting your mesh and all of that, you can go to my YouTube channel. You will find the full tutorial for the Santa hat along with how to make those witch frames. I did a video on that as well. So go to Serendipity's Closet and you will find all the tutorials there that you might need to help you finish this project. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to strip your little thing of all the tinsel, okay? And all you have to do is find that little knob and pop off the tinsel and go all the way around like you did on that witch hat, okay? So when you completely have that off, of course, you're going to have this. What you're going to need is a roll of the red, and 2 rolls of the white should be more than enough for the brim on this hat, okay? These I did buy from Dollar Tree, but I was fortunate enough to find 5.5 inch, which is not that big of a difference, at Hobby Lobby on sale. So you might be able to look there. If not, you can check online and try to find your mesh there. The other thing you're going to need, of course, is your pipe cleaners. I use silver on this. You can't see it on the back side. And I did cut mine a little bit longer this time because I needed a little bit more room on that frame, and I'll show you what I mean in 1 minute. You're going to need these eyes. I also purchased these at Hobby Lobby. These are 1.5 inches long. So you need the eyes. If you want them to be this big, like I have on here, they're 1.5 inches. The other thing you're going to need, I bought these at Hobby Lobby, okay? So these are 2 inch. These are 2 inch brown pom-poms, okay? So I bought these at Hobby Lobby. I bought these ones at Hobby Lobby because, of course, I put them on for my little cheeks. Okay, so here is my little cheeks on there. Kind of messed up my mouth. I didn't glue the mouth all the way down because I wasn't sure how I wanted it to be, and I'm going to have to fix it eventually because somebody wants this one. But here are the little cheeks, and then of course you're going to need one for the little nose. And I just bought a bag of these from Dollar Tree because they have the variety of different colors in there, and they also have the little red ones, so it's perfect in case you need something for something else. You're going to need your pom-pom. Again, on the Santa hat video, I did show you how I make mine with the frame I purchased on Amazon, but they also have YouTube videos where you can make them out of cardboard, so I would highly suggest looking that up if you need a way to make your pom-pom. And I think that's all. Oh, what we're going to use on this one. Now here is the back side of mine. Okay, so as you can see, I didn't put anything on there, but I would highly suggest for all of you to take a piece of felt. And I'm going to do it on this one only because what I ran into is my glue was dripping off the back side, and you don't want to get it everywhere. Okay, so we're just going to cut a piece. We're going to glue this to the back of our new one that we're doing, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. And it's just going to look like a nice finished product, and you're not going to have the problem that I had with the glue dripping everywhere. Now, some people have suggested that they would like their gingerbread man to be more this color, and that's fine. The problem you may come across is that you're not going to find the pom-pom in this color. What you might want to do is actually make your own pom-poms to put on there out of yarn. Now, I have not made one that way, so I can't really show you and I can't really tell you, but it is just a suggestion in case you can't find those fuzzy pom-poms at your local craft store. Remember, those are 2 inch, and you need the nice big ones. I mean, I guess you can do smaller ones if that's all you can find, but it is going to be very time consuming. And then the last thing you need is the yarn, not the yarn, but the ribbon. Well, you do need yarn for here, but you need the ribbon right here. And that is the zigzag ribbon I also purchased at Hobby Lobby. I believe this one was on sale for $1. Let me see if I could find the price on it. I think this one was, yes, this was $1 on sale because they're $1.99, and I purchased everything when they were on sale. So you want to look for sale prices on things so that you can get the best, price on everything and use a coupon. So you need this zigzag to put around your whole face here, okay? And you want to keep that a little bit different than your mouth because the gingerbread man is made out of the icing, and that's how we're going to do that. Okay, so first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to actually do just like we would our Santa hat. We're going to take our frame, okay, and we are going to pull some off of here. And now the way I do it on this small frame here is I'm just going to pull, I don't even have any rhyme or reason, I'm just going to pull a little bit off of here, and I'm going to cut it I'm going to put that aside. What I'm going to do is I am going to cut this down the middle. Okay? Now, if you guys don't want to do it this way, you do not have to. It is just the way I like to do it. It's easier. It doesn't waste the product. And it's cost effective because you want to try and use the least amount of material, because many of you are starting to sell these. So congratulations to those of you that are enjoying these videos and making money. Okay? So let's keep going. And I'm going to show you guys in 1 minute what I do. Okay? Let's keep going. Almost there. And it's just easier to work with when you have this cut in half. Not everybody does it this way, but I just find it so much easier to work with. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to take one of the half pieces and you're going to fold that in half again. Okay, so you're going to fold it in half like this so that you have a nice finished edge. And we're going to wrap it around the back side here and we're going to hot glue it. Okay, so we're going to add some hot glue. Oh, wouldn't you know it, I didn't turn my hot glue on, so it's going to take 1 second for that to warm up. Okay, so while we're waiting for that to warm up, what I'm going to show you is my mesh. Now, the brim is made just like the Santa hat, and I did curl 3, and I did use a longer pipe cleaner on here, only because this frame seems to be a little tighter around the brim, and you're going to use 2 rolls of this to go across. So you need to make bundles of 3. They are 6 inches, and then you're just going to twine them together. And you can see I used silver. I used silver on this one, so you can't see it on the back side, so there's no problems there. And that's all you have to do to make your mesh for your brim of your hat. So let's go back to this part right here, and let's get this ready to go. It only takes a few minutes, and when you start to do this, make sure you wrap around this so that you don't get it. You know, you want this on here so people can hang it. There's no reason to do any additional work. Okay? This glue gun is usually pretty quick. Today it doesn't want to cooperate, so I'm going to start wrapping it anyway, and I'll come back. Okay, so you're going to start wrapping it, and you're going to go all the way to the edge, and you're going to keep folding it as you go. And you want to make sure that as you're folding it and you're going, that you keep overlapping the previous one so that you don't see the frame. Okay, so we're just going to keep going. And look, I mean, I really didn't even glue it, but because I covered it, it's not coming apart, but I'm going to add a little bit of glue there just to make sure it's nice and secure. So now we're at the part right here where this loop is. So take your finger and hold it, and then come around and keep wrapping your hat. Okay, so every time you wrap it, just overlap the next one. Okay. And we're going to keep doing that until we get to the complete bottom. And I know some of you may be upset that this isn't a 2-hour tutorial, but I don't do my videos that way, so I'm sorry. But I'm going to turn this off to finish this so that I'm not taking up everybody's time. I find time to be very, very valuable. We can't get back precious minutes, so I am going to stop this, and I'm going to restart it. And as you can see, as I'm going down, I'm going to have to add another piece. But as I add the other piece, please remember that you have to do it on the back side. You most certainly don't want your piece ending on the front side where you're going to be able to see a seam. So always, when you get to this back part here, and you can't get it back around, just cut it, hot glue it, and start your next one. And I will be back in 1 second when I have this completely wrapped. So we are back, and I have the whole top part of my hat done. And as you can see, I did not use a whole roll, and I actually have a little piece here that I cut off that I still have. And when you get to this part here, you do not have to go completely all the way to the base because your white ruffles are going to cover all that up. So because I'm going to do this one just slightly different, what I want to do right now is I want to put my felt on the back because I don't want it in the way of me trying to get under the ruffles and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a sheet of this, and these you can get for usually $1, and that's what I bought this one for, and I actually got it at Hobby Lobby. So watch Joanna and Hobby Lobby for felt on sale because you can get it for like 20 cents sometimes. And all I'm going to do is I am just going to lay it on the back side like this. And what I'm going to do is, and you can do whatever you want because it doesn't matter, but I'm going to glue this just like this. I'm not even going to cut it right now. I'm just going to glue that to that, and then I'm going to come down and I'll just cut off the frame, and then I'll glue like this backside right here. So right now all we're going to do is we're going to glue this little tab and this little tab, and I promise you this is going to make such a big difference in the way your pom-poms lay down. And then I'm going to add, I'm going to put a piece of I'm going to put some glue here, some glue in the center, and the glue here so that it actually fits the form, okay? So let's just take a little dab of hot glue and put it on our felt and start at one side and then go to the other, okay? So let's put that there and press that down. And this is going to be, I had glue all over my pants, all over, I was working on the sofa. I'm like, oh my God, I made a mess. So just to prevent that problem for you guys, this is the cleanest, safest way so that you don't burn yourself with the hot glue either. Okay, so now we're going to add a little dab in the center just to get, so right there in the center, we're going to push this and go straight across. Okay, so we're working on the back side. And as you go down, you might want to add like a little bit of glue right there. You just want it to fit the form, but all that hot glue is going to get absorbed when we start putting our pom-poms on anyway. Oh, I just thought of something. Leave a little bit of space. Don't glue this back one on here just yet because you need this rim to do your mesh. So leave that and then just do this side, okay? So that you just have a little bit of room to work. See what I mean? Just give yourself a little bit of room. You can always come back and glue that down once you have all your mesh on. I just didn't want to have to worry about all these ruffles and getting glue all over the place. You can do it however you want. If you decide you want to put your ruffles on and then put your felt and then do your pom-poms, it's completely up to you. But you can see how I'm doing it this time and decide if it's the way you want it to work. Okay? So we have that, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to press down in the center so that it fits like a bowl, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue right on the center here so that I get this to kind of fit it. That's all I want, just so that it's kind of form-fitting. And this way it also gives you a nice clean look on the back when it's completed. Not that the other one's that bad. And then we're going to cut this off. So we're just going to come around and we're going to cut this off to the shape of the pumpkin. Okay? And if you decide to do it my way the first time and not put any felt on, be careful because I had glue everywhere. Okay, so as always tells you guys, I always like to make my mistakes first and then tell you what not to do. But hey, if you want to make mistakes along with me, come on board, I'm game. Okay, so there we have it. It's on there, and that's all we want, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to start putting our ruffles on. Again, if you need a video tutorial on how to do these, I have the Santa hat video on my channel, and you guys can figure that out. It's a 3 bunch. It's cut at 6 inches. So this is 6 inches this way. You're going to cut 6 inches this way, just so that you have enough to roll them, and then you just roll them and twine them. We're going to start on the corner like we do all of them. And this is a bottom roll, top roll, middle roll, top roll. Okay, bottom roll, middle roll, top roll. And that's how you're going to put them on all the way across. Okay, so we're just going to go randomly in the middle here. Okay, and you're just going to twist that on. And then we're going to do another one. And some of you guys do things very, very different, and that's okay. There's no right or wrong way to do anything. I think that it's great that everybody puts their personal touch on their different craft items. Okay, so now we're going to go, we're going to put one on the bottom, and see what I mean? You just want to have the room to put your fingers in there for your felt. But if you want to put your felt on last, you can do that, but you can see I can clearly still get in there. I have no issues or problems, and I can keep moving forward. You want to try and make this as tight as possible as you're going so that it looks nice and full. But watch your sections here because you don't want one side to be too full and one side you won't have enough. So spread them out, and you can always come back to it and add more if one section doesn't have enough, okay? And you can just do what you got to do. when you get to that part. So just kind of spread them out and then come back and fill it in as you need it. Okay? So let's put this one at the top. And it'll all work out and it'll all be nice and full. Okay? So let's get that in. So see what I mean? I'm going across, but it kind of looks full, and it might be okay once I get completely across. So I will come back before I go in and fill in any spaces, but I'm going to finish this small section off, and I will be right back. Okay, so we are back, and I have all my ruffles on, and I got to tell you, after I started to fill this out, I did use the bottom, the very last right here, like right in the corner here. I don't know if you can even see right here at the bottom. I did use the roll right here, but when I got to the part where we added our felt, I did not use that roll, and the reason for that is because it got too full where you couldn't see the face. Okay, so don't use the bottom roll, just use this middle roll and the top roll. You can do it on the side, one here and one here, and then fill it out using this roll here and this roll here. 1, 2. That's all you need, because otherwise you're going to have too much on the face and you're not going to have enough room to put your eyes and things on there, okay? So because all these ruffles are going to be too much, and you're going to have to pull your ruffles up like this and press it down. Okay, so that you can actually see the face of the gingerbread man, okay? So this one is a gift for someone. They asked me for it. Actually, it's my son's girlfriend, so I wanted to make it nice and full, because on this one, this is my first one. It's not as full as this one, okay? They don't really make that much of a difference, but I just wanted to make sure hers was nice and full and pretty, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to get started on our pom-poms. Now, do you see these little grids here? That's what we're going to try to attach the pom-pom to, no matter where it's at. But once you start joining your pom-poms, you can actually glue them together as well. So that's going to hold it in. And now that we have this nice felt backing, that's going to be something else. The only thing is that you don't want to just glue a pom-pom to the back of this, because you see what happens? It's popping out. You want to make sure that as we're gluing, it's getting glued to the frame so that the face is nice and pushed forward, and it's not just glued to the felt. So as you start to add them and you see it pushing back, take a little dab of glue and pinch your pom-poms together so that everything stays nice and forward. Your eyes and everything else is going to come later, along with your cheeks that we're going to squeeze in there, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our pom-poms, and again, these are 2-inch pom-poms that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I only used about a bag, and I want to say 5 additional ones, and there's 20 in a bag. And they're nice and full and fluffy, and that's the way I liked it. Now, for some of you, if you look up the gingerbread man, there are brown ones, because come on, some of us burn our gingerbread man when we're baking them. Let's be honest. And then there's the ones that are a light golden brown. So it's entirely up to you and what you can find. And all you're going to do is you're going to take your pom-pom and you're going to actually put the glue on the pom-pom. Okay, so add your glue to your pom-pom. Be careful that you don't burn yourself. And then just start at the very top here. Okay, so we put our first one right here. It's kind of hard because everything's blending together. Do you see this little furriness here? And you want to try and pick up the brim as you're going so that it also picks up the brim as you're working on it, okay? And we're just going to start gluing them in order, okay? And then push that felt onto it as well. So everything is going on the plastic frame itself, it's going on your felt, and it's going on the pom-pom, okay? Because I can even feel the glue through it now, okay? So we have the first one on there, and you can go across if you want, you can go down if you want, that doesn't really matter, it's just a matter of preference. And like I said, if you can't find these pom-poms, you can easily just make some of your own. So again, we're just adding it to the side. We're on the second row, so we are right on this line right here, and we added our second one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to about this row here, and then I'm going to start working across. So I'm going to put 3 in a row, 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 and when I get to this part right here, I might decide when I'm going to put my little cheeks on, because you can either do 2 sides and then start filling it in and decide. Now your eyes here don't matter, because we're going to glue our eyes on top of our pom-poms. Same thing with our lips and our nose, we can squeeze in there. The only thing that we want to figure out is where our cheeks are going to go, and we can do that along the way. So when we add our third row, we might want to add a cheek here instead of a brown pom-pom, because you want them to be flush inside the gingerbread man itself, if that makes any sense. Okay, so let's keep going, and make sure you press down on your little pom-poms as you're going, so that there's, you know, they're gluing in there. You don't want to just real quickly move along, and then you have the whole thing falling apart on you. Okay, so I'm going to do this side here. We're going to decide where our pom-pom is going to go, and then I'm going to finish off the pom-poms, and I'm going to come back and we will talk about putting the nose on, putting the eyes on, and of course putting our ribbon around the face, and then you just add your piece of yarn for your little mouth. Okay, so let's do, we're going on our second row now because I said I was only going 3 down. So we have this one, and you know what? I think I am going to take a red pom-pom, and I'm going to put it on. So I did 3, then I started my next one, but I'm going to show you right now. Now these ones here are 1.5 inches. Okay, so these are a little bit smaller than our original ones. So the first ones, the brown ones, are 2 inch, and these are 1.5 inches. So they're a little bit smaller. Okay, so we did our 3, and again, this is hard to see because I got a brown backing here. So we have 1, 2, 3. I came up, I started again there 1, and I might want to add my little cheek right there as my 2. So that's what I'm going to do, because there's 1 cheek, and then I'll put the other cheek right there, and my cheeks will be on where they're supposed to be. Okay, so let's add that one in there. I have to laugh though when I see YouTube videos and people give a thumbs down because they don't like something so silly. It's like so ridiculous to waste your time giving somebody the thumbs down because you don't like the size of the pom-poms or something. I just got to say it. I got to get it out there. Like, I don't have that kind of negative energy to go on YouTube and give people the thumbs down because I'm immature, because that's what that is. I got to say it. It's been driving me crazy. It's so crazy. Yep, that's what I have on, witchy woman, because I'm a witchy woman. I got to say it. It's just too funny. I got to be myself. Got to be who I am. Okay, so we're taking our third pom-pom, and we are putting it under our cheek. So look at how perfect that is already, okay? And you see this little thing here? You just cut those off as you go along, okay? So now we're going to go, I think I'm going to put my other one right here, okay? Because we have our 3, we put 3, and because this pom-pom's smaller, you know, we might have to add 2 here to finish this off, but you can adjust as you go along, okay? So let's go again. And no, I don't have to add another one. Look at that. It just fits perfect. And then by the time I put my ribbon around the face for the icing, it's going to be fine. Okay? So now let's get some more pom-poms. Okay. And look at the back. See, now the back is nice and finished, and you don't have that glue dripping all over the place, okay? So that's not an issue or a problem. And not only that, a lot of you are worried about what people might say about the back, and there's nothing here to worry about. It's nice and simple and easy. And I'm so proud of you that some of you that made the Grinch, some of them are selling them for over $50, and I'm just so proud of some of you that take your time and you do these and you're selling them, and I can see your excitement, and that's why I do these videos, because I love to see everybody excited about something that they made and that they're able to sell. So let's keep going. Now we're on our next row, and we're up. We pulled our little hair up. We're up. We're under. We're right on our frame again. And that's what's nice about this frame, because originally when I made mine, that's why I just glued them to the frame, because I knew I could. Goodness knows, I didn't know all that glue was going to be dripping everywhere. And I ruined a pair of jeans because it's stuck to everything. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to just keep going down, and in a few seconds I'm going to, okay, so now we're next to our little cheek. I'm going to come back in a minute and finish it off with you guys. Okay. All right, there you go. So I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to come right back in a minute. And to make sure your cheeks are even, you're going to do one side. So you're going to do this side is 3. So if you get here, you want to make sure your cheeks are even, come on this side and do 3. Go up 1, put your red pom-pom, and come down again, okay, so that they're even. And then just squeeze in the rest of the way. Otherwise, your cheeks might not be even. And I will be right back. Okay, so I have my full face on, and now what we're going to do is we're going to add our eyes, we're going to add our ribbon, and we're going to stick our little nose about right there, because our eyes are going to come up here under the brim. Okay, so let's stick our little nose in there. And again, I bought a full bag of these, but you can probably find a bag of just little red pom-poms at your craft store as well. I just thought if there was something else that I was doing. It just says these are 1 inch, but that can't be, because I mean, this does not, I mean, I guess if you measured it from the top of the pom-pom to the bottom, but I don't know, it just seems kind of small for 1 inch. At least that's what the bag says. Okay, so let's glue our little nose in there. Okay, so again, taking this and I'm just sticking it in there. Okay, so that is done. And if you need to just add a little bit of glue to the sides, just so that it sticks to the other pom-poms. Again, you don't need to see me gluing this. Honest to God, you just put a little glue on each side and stick it in there. Okay? So that is done. The only thing I don't have right at this moment is my yarn, but I do have my ribbon and I do have my eyes. So we're going to take one glue eye, we're going to glue it there. And then we're going to take another eye. But I need to look at my project in order to line these up correctly. So I can't hold it up and show you guys. Okay? Oops. Okay. So I'm going to stick one there and one here. Okay. So I glued on my 2 eyes. I just used the hot glue. You guys saw me do that. And again, these are 1.5 inch. These are 1.5 inch. Our pom-pom is 1 inch, and our brown pom-poms are 2 inch. Okay. So now that we have that on there, all we're going to do is we're going to take our ribbon, and here's a better view of it. Okay. So it looks like the icing and just like a gingerbread man. This I got at Hobby Lobby, but you can get it from most craft stores. So I paid $1 for this. It was on sale. Use a coupon. You'll be able to do several different wreaths with this, and all you're going to do is you're going to take it from the top here. Okay, so you're just going to hold it there using my other hand, and I'm just kind of estimating how much I need to go around and cut it off. Okay, so even if I just have a little bit over, it's okay. I'd rather be over than under. And I'm done with this. And then all I have to do is take my little piece of yarn, and I just have to put my mouth on, but I don't have any yarn here with me at the present moment, so that's the only part that I cannot finish. And we're going to just put little dabs as we go of the hot glue on our ribbon. Don't put it on the pom-pom, because then you're going to get glue everywhere. So just put a dab. Okay, that's all you need, is a dab as you're going, because you don't want hot glue all over your pom-poms, because it's going to be visible. Okay, so hold on 1 second, because this, for some reason, seems to be everybody's pet peeve that they can't see me putting glue on something. I don't know. Okay. Okay, so again, I'm putting a little bit. But I know that it can be done because people are doing all these crafts, okay? So all we're doing is going around the outside of the face, and we're just gluing this all the way around, okay? So just, and do it every couple of inches, because you want it to be, you want it to stay on there nice and secure. Okay, so again, I added a little bit. Now I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm going all the way around. Okay. Add a little bit more glue. Come up. Okay, so we're almost done. See, we're almost done. Just got a little bit more to go. And you're all finished, and you guys can start making these. Now, I know we are going to come across people that say they cannot find this frame. I do have an idea, and I might be able to share it with you guys. We're going to have to see how things go, because I have some medical testing done, and I might be gone for a short time. Okay, so I can't make any promises on whether or not I'm going to be able to show you guys right away. Okay, but I do have an idea. Okay, so we have on our lace all the way around, and then all I got to do is add my yarn from here to here, okay, on my cheeks, and I'm done with my gingerbread face. Because I don't believe... Oh, I do have yarn. Look at, I have yarn. Oh my gosh. I'm excited. I actually thought that was a pom-pom. Oh, we didn't put our pom-pom on either. We got to put our pom-pom on. Okay, so let me see here. Let me get a measurement. Again, you're going from cheek to cheek to put your face on. Okay, so just kind of like lay your yarn down, just like I'm doing now. Okay, so lay your yarn on there and decide how you want your yarn and then cut it. Okay, I thought this was a pom-pom. I wasn't looking clearly and I had yarn sitting right here. How fun. Okay, so that is the other thing. We still got to put our pom-pom at the very top here. Okay, so even though I have the room that I can tie this to the top, I'm not going to. I'm going to trim off this little piece here, and I'm going to add, let me see if I like the way that looks. I'm going to add hot glue to the back of here. Okay, so we have hot glue all over our pom-pom, and I'm just going to glue that to the very top here. Okay, so that it covers up. And we still have our little hanger here. So see our hanger that we left on from the very beginning? You just want to make sure you don't cover that up. And then you can cover up like any fray spots, anything like that. And just keep adding glue in here till it's nice and tight. So I just closed off like my little flap there of the red and made sure it was attached to my pom-pom. So everything is nice and secure. So now we're pretty much almost done. I'm just going to add my mouth, and I'm happy that a lot of you enjoy my videos. I hope that you can take something from them, even if you don't like the whole video. Be positive and take something positive from it. Don't dwell on anything negative, because it only eats you up inside, and that's not good. We need to be positive about everything. We can change things. We can do them the way we feel comfortable. Nothing's written in stone. That's why we have free will. Just be happy and do what you can to make your own projects come to life, okay? So I'm not saying that I laugh at you with the thumbs down because I'm making fun of you. I'm laughing at the thumbs down because there's no reason to be negative. There's always a way around to get to the other side of something. Okay, so be positive. All right, and I know some people just don't like positive, happy people. I don't know why, but okay. I'm just going to try and add a little bit more on here. Okay. So when you completely get everything on, then you can kind of like decipher where you want things. And that's exactly why I put my mouth on. And when I put my mouth on, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here. And I'm going to go right under the cheek to stick it. Okay, I'm going to lift up my cheek, because you can lift these up, okay? So I lift up my cheek, and I put the yarn right under it. And that's kind of why I didn't glue it down on that one right away, because I thought, well, let me get where I want to be first, and then, you know, like you can even stick it back there and still play with it, because I went right underneath it, okay? And then when you have it where you really, really want it, then you can take and you can put small dabs of glue to finish off your little gingerbread man. And this one is a gift for somebody, and I think she or he or whatever came out cute, okay? So there we have our little gingerbread man, okay? And I hope that you enjoyed this video. I will try to bring as many as I can to you shortly. If you don't see me for a while, I will be back, okay? So happy crafting to all of you, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye now.